Hello, Scorpio. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main read, I'm using the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dukin, illustrated by Mark Evans. It's in the front, isn't it? Yeah, Mark Evans. It's been one of those days. The Angel's Answers Oracle cards for the supportive Oracle cards. These are by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Okay, let's get right to it here. Okay. There's an interesting situation going on here. I feel like there's a third party causing issues. Now, what does that mean? You're going into this time with the Page of Cups, which is it's a passive interest, but it's definitely a optimistic outlook. You're not so cemented into this situation that it's the world or nothing, but you'd like this to go forward. You're feeling good about it. You'd like it to work out. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world, but you would like to see this situation work out. And I feel like this is an opportunity coming towards you. Yes, opportunity coming towards you. Not the end of the world. It's a nice thing coming towards you, and you like it. I think at this point I want to address the overall energy here. You got the Hanged Man. This is somebody who's stuck in stasis. It's not a permanent position, but it's while things are changing, there's really nothing you can do about it. That's the type of feel I get from here. That being said, I feel like that has to do with this offer coming forward. The two of these are kind of working together. Like a nice change, a nice offer coming your way that you'd like to take advantage of. You'd like to do this. Whatever this is, you'd like to do it. But I feel like as things go forward, it kind of hits this stasis part where it doesn't take off as fast as it should, and it may get a little annoying possibly along the way. I'm not sure. I don't see a lot of negative cards, but I feel like the weight is kind of like it seems a little different. Now, I feel like the offer comes your way. The offer comes your way. And at first, it's kind of a passive interest, and you'd like it to happen. We'll see. But I feel like you then upgrade to the Queen of Cups, which it's a jump, especially the court system. The court system. Oh boy, Page, Knight, Queen, King, just the bare bones. Usually, how it goes. You're jumping from the Page to the Queen. Like you're all of a sudden, like I don't know, I feel like you think about it, it sits with you for a minute and you're like, you know what, I really would like to do that. That sounds like I feel like you're getting more invested. Like you'd really like this to happen. And when that happens, like there's a third party involved here. Somehow this third party gets involved and it causes this like tower energy. And I feel like it causes the situation to stall out. Like somebody else is like getting in the way of this actually happening. It's just weird. Like you actually start to really get excited about it and you want to do it. And then this person seems to like somebody else is involved. Like I don't know, something else you're doing. Like this person kind of like butts in, and it kind of causes this this tower energy. Like it might not happen now, but I feel like you very much would like it to happen at this point. Like you've thought about it long enough that you're like, you know what? No, I really would like that to happen. And somebody else seems to be butting in and saying like, but you have this and this and this you have to do. Like somebody seems to be like kind of raining on your parade a little bit. Like you can't do that. I feel like if somebody is kind of getting involved. Then you have this, ask your angels. I feel like there is a way. If you really want this to happen, this can happen. But this is that stasis moment. This is where you want to go forward with something. But the part when you can, that might be this. Like, you maybe can't do this right now, but this is still something you can have. I feel like somebody else is stepping in being like, you know what, that sounds great. Yes, that's something I can see you enjoying, but X, Y, and Z have to be taken care of right now. And you're like, but I can do them anytime. They're like, but I feel like somebody else is pushing in, like, no, 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 they have to be now. No, 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 no. I feel like somebody's kind of raining on your parade a little bit. I kind of feel that. And I wouldn't say it was like a bad thing. I wouldn't say they were even wrong. Oddly enough, though, I wouldn't say you were wrong either. I feel like this is a balancing of how you do something as opposed to how somebody else does something. And one of the reasons you were excited and wanted to go forward with this is kind of like you were looking at the situation like, oh, I can just move this around a bit, move that around a bit, and I can do this and do that. And somebody else is stepping in like, no, 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 it has to be done this way. Like, I feel like somebody's like kind of raining on your parade in that sense of like they're being more stringent about the when and how it has to be done, which is seeming to be pushing you out of enjoying this situation you've been invited to, correct? Okay. Again, this is when the hangman kind of pops in. All is not lost. Maybe just a wait state. Maybe just waiting. Might have put this opportunity in a holding pattern instead of it happening right now. I got a double card here. Okay. That does come through as diplomacy. It doesn't say diplomacy on it, but for some reason that name seems like somebody's written that on one of these cards before. You have the star card, and it's completely covered. Like, I didn't even realize it was there until I picked it up. The 5 of Swords. I couldn't see what it was. It was kind of like this. I kind of saw it before I picked it up, but I had no idea what it was. The hope in the diplomacy, like, I feel like you really want this to happen, and you're trying to make it happen. And you're pushing forward how much you really are into it. The environment seems to be conducive with this because you have this Ace of Cups here, moving things together. I feel like this person pushing in again, I feel like they kind of change their perspective. If they're typically the person you have to do things in a certain order, because you want to do this, because you seem so excited about it, they're relenting. And they're like, all right, then let's change the plan. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're relenting and they're letting you move things around the way you originally wanted to. And you're kind of getting your way. Because I feel like there's 2 reasons. One, you've shown that there's another way to do things. Like, they don't have to be done in this order. And 2, I feel like you have history on your side showing how you have successfully done this. Where it may not be in the certain pattern they're expecting, but things always get done. You make sure they get done one way or another, even though it may be out of their pattern, you can still make it happen. So you have, like, 1, another plan, 2, history showing that you do follow through. So I feel like this person is kind of like I feel like they're begrudgingly going, oh, okay, all right. But I feel like it's more because they have a certain regimen they're used to, and when you push them outside of that, they don't really like it. But because you like this so much, they're like, all right, okay. And I feel like they're relenting to you because, again, you're showing a different way to do it, and you have history on your side where you do come through. So you get success. Success on your side, and the Queen of Swords, like, there's a few different ways to read her. I read her as a very smart, intelligent communicator. In the sense of, like, she will say what she needs to say. She knows when to keep her mouth shut when she needs to. She does. She's smart. That's usually my interpretation of the Queen of Swords also, is like she's usually quite smart. She knows when to say stuff, when not to say stuff, and she figures things out on her own when she needs to. I feel like the situation, like, whatever it is you have, the obligation you have to fold in with this, I feel like you're kind of melding it in with the fun. Like, I don't know how you're doing it, but it seems like you're kind of getting things done here and there, but you're keeping it to yourself. You're like, it's almost like you're stacking the deck to your favor, which is not a cheat in this situation. It's just smart, because it's going to get things done. It's going to get them done on time. Like, I feel like you're saying things when necessary and keeping your mouth shut when you know it's going to work to your advantage. It's a very smart card. Because of that, everything seems to happen all at once, but everything gets done. And the other side is seeing this karma, like judgment in their favor, like everything worked out. This is also, the karma card is usually, I want to say, judgment in the normal tarot deck. I believe that's what this one is, the number 20. So I feel like everything works out. It's kind of like they don't know how you did it, especially with that eclipse right there. It makes me feel like they don't know how you did it, but it all worked out, and everything is fair, and they're happy. But they don't seem to understand how you did it. But it's because you're smart and you kept your mouth shut when you needed to, because it would have just stressed out the other side. And I feel like you're very aware of that. You just played it really smart. I feel like, and everything happened all at once, but everything worked out, so it's all good. Are we good? That seems really cool. I really like this ending because it's like it feels like you're very smart about what to say, when to say it, what to do, how to get it done. And I almost feel like the other side. It seems like they're even involved with it. Whoever this is, whatever this situation is, somebody else, at least one person, is involved. And they seem to get their side done, but how you pull it all together, I don't feel like they understand how you did it, but they see the result and they're happy. It's all good. Good. All right, I'll wrap that up there. I feel like that was a really good one. All right, well, thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.